Hello, MA. I'm John Jerome Bruno, and this is our sixth installment of our six-part series of our Infinite Campus Training. This one should be a quick one because I can't show any student names, and we're covering seating charts. So, if I want to build my own seating chart and custom make my own seating chart for attendance, I can go down to Instruction, and Instruction will then take me to Admin, and underneath Admin will be Seating Chart Setup. I'm going to click on Seating Chart Setup, and it gives me a basic 6x5 dimensions. A lot of you don't have A, 30 kids, and B, a nice normal class setup with all these nice even rows. So what you might want to do is you might want to just kind of assume a very large dimension and then really exploit this exclude seat option, right? So if I had just a rather wonky classroom setup, right? So I'd go 8x8, which is plenty of room, but then I will exclude seats because this is where my teacher desk is. And so I'm going to exclude seats in this section. And I have 3 rows of 3 here. So I got 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows. I'm just going to box these out down below. And then I have a large empty vacuous space down the middle of my classroom. And then I have 4 rows of 6, let's just say it like that. So this will actually reflect a more accurate layout of my class. So each one that does not have an exclude sheet check mark will fill in a student, and each one that has a check mark will leave that blank. It will kind of give me a more reflective depth of my classroom. I do recommend using autofill random. It's a nice fair way to distribute people, but then I always modify it afterwards. So if I click on autofill random, everything that does not have an exclude seat will fill up with a name. It will go top left, then it'll go top left, and then go all the way down to bottom right. So if you have less kids, it'll leave these bottom right ones blank. With autofill random, I always do it, and then just kind of, if I know Bob and Sue don't get along and they're sitting right next to each other, I'll move them around. The other option you have here for your display for your seating chart is you can have actually 2 seating charts per class. This is great for science classes that have kind of a lecture format and then they have a lab format. This also works for stuff like Avid because on block days they're doing tutorials. So instead of being in a lecture seating, they'll be in group seating. So you can actually assign them group seating. So with a lab chart, oops, I forgot to save. So I'm going to hit save. And then with a lab chart, I will go to this, go back to my lab chart. It'll keep the dimensions from before, but then I can make boxes, right? So I can have, this will be a group of 6. And then this is a group of 6 down here. So I'm just going to exclude these seats. And then I can keep moving this around. So then I have 2 different seating charts, regardless how my classroom is laid out. Other things you can do is the print options. This is great for subs. Subs do like these seating charts with the pictures. So I hit print student pictures, do up the font size up to about 12, and do up the picture height to about 10 or 9. This is great to print out. You'll have a PDF of it, which you can use to display on your smartboard or projection in the beginning of the school year so the kids know and can see their faces right on the board and know that you've planned ahead of time. Or a sub can see it to recognize faces and you can print it out. And that's all there is to it to the seating charts. Once you set up a seating chart, you can take an attendance with the seating chart. You would change those settings either under preferences here underneath admin or preferences under your grade book. They're the same sets of preferences. So with that, have a great end of the year. Oops, and I almost forgot. There's several things we didn't cover that may come down the line later. For example, we did not cover the messenger, which allows you to email parents and students in a mass scale. You can email all the kids that are missing assignments from your second period, and you can email all the parents that are missing those. You can email everyone their grades, or you can pick and choose, or you can custom make letters home. These are all email. If a parent did not provide an email, they'll get the message when they log into IC. But most parents have given us their email, so it will go to their personal email account. That's another lesson for another day. There's also, we did not cover how to post grades, but when the term window comes up, expect another video on how to post grades. And then also, we never covered how to make a behavioral referral. Mr. Kennel will be doing that at a staff meeting down the line. And then also, if you don't like any of the reports that we've made for you, there's also a way to make your own reports under ad hoc reporting. And I say good luck with that one because that one's a doozy. And with that, I hope you have a great school year. And email myself, Inez Pepke, or Mike Tilson, your ISC coaches and helpers, if you have any questions. Thank you very much and have a great year.